like this already. We're going to start off
We're
like that.
live, guys.
Yes, we're live. So hello, everybody, and welcome to Book Chat with Tracie and Lashell. I am Tracie.
I'm
That is
Lashell.
Lashell. Yep. And Lashell, you can take it away.
Okay, today we are chatting with Dina Haynes. Dina, why don't you tell us what you write?
Hi, I'm Dina Haynes, and I write paranormal romance. I dabble a little bit in contemporary as well, although paranormal is the only thing that I've published so far, so that's the only way you'll know me.
Awesome.
Awesome. So you say you write contemporary as well?
Well, I'm just now starting a series. I'm aiming for it to be out by the end of July, so we'll see.
Okay, so here's my first question for you. As both a reader and a writer, what draws you to paranormal?
Honestly, I mean, my origins began in horror. Like, I was a huge Stephen King fan as a child, and when I was in college, one of my good friends, she introduced me. She gave me a Laurel K. Hamilton book, the Anita Blake series, very popular, and of course, I got hooked. And from there, it was just a matter of, it just rekindled my interest in storytelling. And I thought, maybe I'll write a book, and my friend was like, sure, you can write a book. And I was just like, all right. And so, I mean, literally, it was just like that. Like, she gave me the Laurel K. Hamilton book, and then I think the second book was Sherilyn Kenyon's Dark Hunter series, very good. And that's really what began the whole thing.
So you just never read anything else?
Oh, no, no, no. Oh, well. The first romance book that I ever read was years ago. I was probably in college, and I think it was a bodice ripper. It was seriously a historical romance, and yeah, I didn't realize that you could have that much fun reading a book. Well, I mean, like
Awesome.
that, like
Right?
sexy fun. You know what I mean? I mean, way different than Stephen King. Stephen King is just like, he takes you to dark places. But
But
yeah,
he's
I
not
read.
sexy.
No, he's not sexy, right? I mean, his success is sexy,
Yeah.
but
Right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So it was a bodice ripper, and then I read a historical, and then my college friend, I think she introduced me to a contemporary romance, and I really liked that. That was probably my second foray into romance, as a reader at least. Yeah.
hmm Awesome.
And I must add, I think what interested me in that particular book, the first contemporary book I read, was that it was an interracial story, and
Oh, okay.
that always appeals to me, just because, the way I grew up, and growing up in a diverse neighborhood, I have diverse interests, and so interracial stories always intrigue me for some reason.
hmm Cool. Tracie?
All right, awesome. So Lashell and I have been known to get into very, very heated arguments about this next topic. Um, it's happened, and I'm sure it'll happen again many times in the future. Plotting versus pantsing. Are you a plotter when you write your stories? Are you a pantser? What is your process from getting you from an idea to a finished product?
I am definitely a pantser at heart. I did plot, right? I did
Yep.
plot. I plotted my last book, the third book in my series, which is called Wereleper. I mean, Werelever, sorry. Werelever is the third book. So, yeah, I plotted it out, and it was the first time I did that, and it actually went really well, and I think it really helped me control the timing and, from start to finish, which was great. But I mean, I tend to start with the character, and I build the story from the character. I get to know the character. Who are they? What do they do? What are their quirks? What are their troubles? Like, what are they looking for in life or in a relationship, really?
Mhm.
And then for me, I just put them in a situation, and the story expands from there.
Right.
So I still am truly a pantser at heart, to be honest.
I could
like that.
never do that.
I don't understand.
It fascinates me. Pantsers, you fascinate me because I could never write a story that way.
Plotters
Wow.
fascinate me because I can't imagine plotting all those fine details, because I feel like once I do that, I'm locked in, and I do not like to be left in with anything. So, no, thank you.
That's wild. I don't think I'm going to settle the argument for you guys.
No, you're not.
No, I don't think it's one that could ever be settled. I really
No.
don't.
But I kind of envy plotters because you're much more organized about it. To me, I definitely think there is a sense of control. Like with pantsers, we can just go on and on telling a story, but I guess I'm kind of in the middle. Like I did plot that story, but I still felt like there was some freedom. I mean, I guess in my mind I had to tell myself, this story could still go wherever it needs to go.
Right.
And I just used my plot as like just a way to kind of keep me on track in a loose way, but yeah.
Exactly. That's pretty much what I do. I don't feel like I'm locked in and I can't, expand or veer off in a different direction.
Yeah,
I don't let the plot control the story, I guess. That might sound crazy, but
I do agree with Dina though that there is a certain degree of that I do envy plotters, because I'm in the story that I'm working on right now. I got about 25,000 words into it, and then I'm like, well, I'm not at the beginning of my story yet, but I have some good backstory happening right now. Like I'm working on it. I'll get there. I'll get there eventually. Okay, Lashell, next question for us, please.
Okay. Nowadays we have so many different publishing choices, and I think you're self-published, correct?
Yes.
So what was it about self-publishing that you gravitated towards as opposed to going the traditional route?
Well, I did try the traditional route for years, and I was actually probably one of those stubborn ones who was like, oh, you have to be traditionally published. And literally a few years ago, I think it was, I went to an RWA conference, and I think it was the conference that I met you at, Lashell.
Okay.
And my mind was blown. It was seriously, like it exploded out of my ear and made a really disgusting scene. But no, seriously, I remember my first workshop, I went to by accident. And my friend Carrie, she pushed me to go. She goes, Dina, just go to it and see what happens. And I went, and that literally changed not only the course of that conference for me, but the course really of my life in a way, because that was when I realized that I need to self-publish, because I was shopping this, same books for, I don't know, like maybe 4 years before that. It wasn't getting anywhere. It wasn't getting any attention. It was very frustrating.
Was it the Wereleper story, can I ask?
Actually, well, that year I was going to be shopping that story. But prior to the conference, I did submit queries and was looking for an agent, had no luck. And this was the second story that I was really putting out there. The first story that I wrote, it was also paranormal. Didn't get anywhere. I went to conference. I pitched, I think, at 2 different conferences for it. No interest. Oh, it was brutal. It was. And so, yeah, self-pub. And what blew my mind was that these women, these authors, I should say, because I'm sure there were male authors too, they were making money at it and doing well. I mean, who'd have thunk? I had that message ingrained in my head that you have to be traditionally published in order to be successful as a writer.
So many people do.
Yeah.
And the tide has changed, right? I mean, it's crazy. Yeah. So that was what it was. I mean, it was really just a matter of, if I want to get my books out there, I have to do it myself. It almost didn't feel like a choice.
Yeah.
I mean, I was and I still am very driven, and so for me, self-pub was the way to go.
Are you happy with the way everything has gone for you? I mean, having that control of being able to do things on your own terms at your own time, how you want to do it.
Yeah, I think, I'm surprised at how fulfilling it is. I mean, I'm not really that much of a, like, I need to control things. I would be glad if someone would take the reins and do my covers and, and I could just be like, yes, no, right? It's just like, have you seen that commercial where they're like, how do you move a large piece of furniture with one finger? And they show that lady and she's moving her finger.
More that way, yeah.
Yes. That's how I would like my writing career to be like, yes, okay, do that. Okay, no, don't do that. Okay, that's perfect, right? But,
I think we don't like that.
Not all of us. I mean, I'm telling you, some people, they relish it. They relish, making every minute decision, and there is something that feels good about that because you're responsible, and if you mess up, it's only on you. And but the success, if you have success, then that's on you too, and that's even better. I mean,
probably much more rewarding. Yeah, I can get that.
Yeah, wonderful. All right, Dina, switching gears a little bit, going to the creative side of things. I have Facebook making noise in my ears. Sorry. What fuels your imagination? Where did your ideas for your Wereleper series, your Leopoards Unleashed, series come from, and how did all of that start?
Honestly, I think it was reading Laurel K. Hamilton's book. And I love that she had a bunch of different shifters and just creatures in general in her books. And I fell in love with her character, Nathaniel, from her Anita Blake series. I honestly don't know. I'm not a big cat person, which is kind of weird, right? I'm more of a, like people say, are you a cat person or a dog person? I'm definitely a dog person, but I love animals, period.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It just was what was in my head. And then, what I did was I did a lot of research on leopards and like actual leopards and how they act, in the wild and things like that. I just did a lot of research and used that to inform these characters, to infuse it into what would be a normal character, and then just infuse these characteristics. And that's what created this Leopard Shifter series.
Very nice. Very cool.
Yeah, and as somebody who's read all three of the Leopoards Unleashed books, what I found so amazing was something you just kind of touched on, is that your characters, they were so cat-like. I mean, I had very little trouble believing that this person was really a cat. How did you do that? I mean, you say you studied leopards. How long did that take? How much research did you do?
Oh, wow.
I thought it was fascinating.
Oh, thank you, Lashell.
You're
That's
welcome.
A huge compliment. I can't remember how long I researched. It must have been months, but I researched, I looked in libraries, I looked in books, I looked everywhere, I watched videos. I have a really good friend who, she used to work in an animal reserve that dealt with big cats.
Oh,
and
wow.
It was interesting talking to her about, their attitudes and things like that. But yeah, thank you so much, Lashell. I take that as a huge compliment.
It really shows that you put in the time to research. It really does.
It definitely does. I just finished reading the first, and I'm a huge cat person. And these books totally read like someone who really knows their stuff. And I would have sworn that you were like cat obsessed.
Oh my God.
You know this world. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
It was awesome.
Now I'm getting embarrassed, which is very hard to do. Oh my God. Thank you. Grateful. I'm just grateful.
We'll just sit here and gush over you for the next half hour. All right, Dina. I like this question a lot. It's actually a question that I came up with because, okay. So if you could live inside the world of your characters, Lashell, I see you laughing at me.
Oh, God. Okay.
If you could live inside the world of your characters, the world that they're living in right now that you have created, for one day, and one day only, how would you spend your time?
Ooh.
I know, it's a hard question, right? I read that and I was trying to think about my stories and what would I do.
Oh, I know what I would be doing.
You know what I would love to see Summer Village, the prison.
Oh, yeah.
In my mind, this image came to me. To me, like it's a very organic, it almost looks like one massive cocoon made out of a tree almost. That's like how I envision it. And I don't know how realistic that is, but that's how I envision it. Like it's, you enter on the bottom and it's this massive structure that goes up, and all the cells are in the upper, the upper ranks of the place, and then the business gets done on the bottom level. I would love to see that. I just imagine seeing all these different shapeshifters and creatures and going around and acting like their animal counterpart, and just to see how they would all interact even based on that, just to me would be so interesting. Yes.
I love Summer Village. The way you describe it, I picture like a huge tree.
Oh, good.
I don't know. That is the way you painted it for me.
It was
which was awesome.
Thank you. It's to me it's a magical place. The way I see it, it's enchanted. I mentioned witches in the story, but and you see one in the second book. There's a witch, but that witch has nothing to do with Summer Village and the witches that maybe the Wares have encountered. But there is that culture out there. There is that element. So yeah, I just think it's a magical place hidden in the woods of Texas. So long as there's Bluebell ice cream, I'm on board. Although, yeah, the Bluebell thing, the recent scare, that's kind of scary, but I am a huge Bluebell fan. That's the cat part of me that likes the vanilla Bluebell homestyle ice cream. That milky, yummy.
I've never had Bluebell.
Oh my God.
I'm not an ice cream person by any means, but now you guys have me wanting ice cream. So.
Oh my gosh. Well, we have to wait till this whole scare is over, and then when it is over, then it's on. It's on. That's all I can say. Yeah, you have to have it. You cannot.
I have a feeling we're going to have a little ice cream social of our own once RWA kicks off in July.
Yeah, sounds good.
Oh my
Find us a corner and just eat some ice cream.
Yes.
Okay, so getting back to your leopards, the character of Ramon is kind of dark and mysterious and sexy and really just sort of out of this world. He's an enigma. And
yes.
No, he really is. And so can you tell us something about Ramon that's not in the story?
Oh.
Like something, I don't know, a hobby that he doesn't share with people or something? A secret?
Embarrassing something.
Okay, I'll tell you. There's one secret about Ramon that you would never guess.
Uh-oh.
He knows how to do the steps and knows every word to the Achy Breaky song.
Yeah! Me too!
I call it...
That is so not what I was expecting.
We'll just blame it on Texas and its bad influence on him. He's not proud of it, and it's something that Brom teases him about all the time.
Oh, I can imagine. That's hilarious.
I don't know why that made me laugh so hard. My side
Because
is
you
actually
just finished the story, that's why, and your picture.
my sides hurt.
It's so funny because I'm kind of blushing for Ramon.
Like I actually want to like jump into the story and do this with him now. Oh my god, I don't know how I'm going to continue this interview.
Oh my gosh.
My face hurts.
Okay.
Wow. All right.
That is so not the answer I was expecting.
All right.
You know, maybe I'll have to do like a little short story where you can see where where he's done that before. Oh my gosh.
That would be hilarious.
I will be the first person in line to read that story. Are there any plans for you, Dina, to continue writing the series past the third book?
Absolutely. For those people who have read the third book, I did set it up for. I mean, I don't want to skip ahead too far, but the third book, I can tell you, is Doug's story.
Okay.
And by the end of that story, one of his family members comes on the scene, and the setup at the end of the book is where you just know that the fourth book will be about this family member.
Very nice.
I gotta say, the third book, I think, is my favorite so far.
Oh, that's awesome.
She's going to leave this interview with a very big head. We have to be very careful here.
I feel like I'm just shrinking violet. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Everyone's going to be like clamoring to get on book chat with Tracie and Lashell just so they could hear all of these wonderful things about themselves in their books. And be like, do you hear how nice they are?
Oh yeah, I'm going to tell everyone. You have to go on Tracie and Lashell's show because they will seriously make your head so big. They will make you feel like you're the queen of writing, that you should be having class, writing 101. No. That's next. No.
Oh god. Lashell,
Okay,
keep it going.
Here's a question that I love because I'm a very visual sort of person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So if your books were turned into a movie or a TV show or something, who would play your main characters?
Oh my gosh. Luckily I kind of know this, but I have to tell you, I live in Los Angeles,
right?
Really close to Hollywood. And anytime I tell someone I'm a writer, they automatically think screenwriter. But then when I tell them that, no, I'm a novel writer, they still go, so when are you going to make that into a screenplay? And I'm like, let me just get these books going first. But, okay, so this is who I saw, and this is who I see. For the first book, you have Mackenzie. I see...
first book, right here.
Yay! Yay! I see someone like what's that actress's name? She played in Slumdog Millionaire. Freda Pinto, I think is her name. I could see her playing that role, or actually, even better would be who's that girl from the Superman movie? I mean, the Superman TV show. What's it called?
You're asking the wrong people.
I know, right?
Which Superman TV show?
The one with Tom Wellington.
Smallville? No?
Yeah, Smallville. Who's the actress who played his counterpart?
I don't know.
Oh, shoot. Well, I'll have to look it up. Okay, so outside of that, I kind of saw, I mean, it's hard for Ramon. It's hard to pick an actor because Ramon is so specific. And it's so funny because that character I had, his looks are based on someone that I know, but
someone that you know in real life, like not an actor, like a friend.
Isn't that crazy?
That's awesome.
Well, this guy, he told me he wanted a character after him, so I was like, all right.
And she followed through.
Like, it's not him, but the look, you know. But so I kind of see the character as like a young Joaquin Phoenix, you know, with those light eyes and that dark hair.
Yep.
I think he's super sexy.
Yep.
Oh, here it is. Kristen Crook from Smallville. I could
Oh,
see her playing.
she's pretty.
Yeah, I could see her playing
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the
She's also
Beast.
in Beauty and the Beast. Yeah.
But the reason I picked Freda Pinto is because Mackenzie is a burlesque dancer, and Freda Pinto, actually she's coming out with a movie. I can't think of the name of it, but in the movie she's like in Iran, and she joins this group of underground people, young people who are dancers, and I guess dancing is forbidden, and she's one of the dancers. But yeah, I could see her, like Freda Pinto's physicality, I see as Mackenzie. I see her kind of curvy. And Krista Crook, you know, she's a little slimmer in the build, but I definitely see the character as more curvy. The one character that was, for me, the most obvious was Brahm. Right from the beginning, I knew Brahm was Jason Momoa.
Ooh.
Oh my God! To me,
Yeah, if you don't know who he is, Google that.
I'm doing that right now.
Beautiful.
If you don't know who Jason Momoa is, then you should stick your head in the sand. No, seriously. Well, I think, isn't he in Game of Thrones? Doesn't he play a part?
He's been in a lot of things.
He basically.
Oh dear God.
She just saw him.
Yes. That was the appropriate reaction.
That was the appropriate reaction.
Yes.
I almost fell over there. Look at that hair. Look at that hair. I mean, look at that hair.
Yeah. So you know the dreads. You have to look at the pictures with the dreads. That is Brahm all the way. All the way. That should drive you to buy book 2, called Were King, because that book is all about him.
Oh, you guys are still here. Okay, I'll put my phone away.
He has that effect on women.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Let's see who else. And Doug, I could see like Taylor Kitsch.
Taylor Kitsch.
I don't know who that is either.
I don't think I know who Taylor Kitsch is.
Taylor Kitsch. He also could be played by Charlie Hunnam, but Taylor Kitsch, really. Taylor Kitsch. Charlie Hunnam is probably the.
She keeps saying the name.
Yeah,
I know, right? I'm trying to think what Taylor.
Repeating the name's not going to help us know who it is.
I know. Oh, if I pull it up, I'm going to put it on the screen.
He's very boyish. He's very boyishly baby cute, but he's cute.
Who? Taylor Kitsch?
Yeah. As long as I'm looking at the right person. I mean, I may not be.
Oh, him.
He's cute too.
Oh, I'm going to pull up a nice
But
picture.
Yeah, I know who that is.
He's
have
very
you ever like encountered a man in a romance novel who wasn't extremely good looking? I mean,
right?
Come on.
No.
Oh, this is a good one. There's so many good ones. Let's do this one. I want to see if I can put it in the thing and
put it in the thing.
Let's see.
All these technical terms.
Right, the thing. There.
Look at that face.
Nice.
Yes. It's kind of a glare, but
we should just call this episode Boy Chat.
We should.
Right? For that I see as
Boy Chat with Tracie, Lashell, and Dina. I think we have a spin-off show.
Right?
because this one's been such a success.
You could do a show, just like who would play this character in the book? I mean, people have threads on that stuff all the time.
Yeah.
I have fun doing that. I cast my books all the time just for the fun of it. I change my mind all the time, but you know, it's fun.
Oh yeah.
Dina, can you tell us a little bit about what you're working on now, if not the next book in this series, if there's anything else that you have in the works?
Well, I was hoping to take a mini hiatus and start my contemporary series.
Okay.
To tell you what it's about, it's I'll give you the general premise is that living in LA, dating is really hard. Supposedly the ratio of men to women is like, or women to men is like, I don't know, 2 to 1, 4 to 1, something ridiculous.
Wow.
Right? It's awful. So I've actually been toying with this idea for years. I've been screaming my angst, and my friends are sick of hearing it. And so I thought, why don't I do a series about it? And that way I can write it down, and if they want to hear about it, then they can read the series. So basically, each story is going to be about a woman struggling in LA to find the one.
Okay.
And it's going to surround a coffee shop.
Ooh, nice.
Mm.
So all these people are, somehow going to be related to this coffee shop, because cafe in LA is a big culture that's kind of exploding. And I have the perfect little cafe, which I will not tell you because then even more people will come, and it's busy enough. I can't even get a seat. I can't even get my own seat. Like, I have to embarrass myself and ask someone, do you mind if I sit here, even though they've got their crap shoved all over the table, and it's clear that they don't want anybody to sit with them. That's what I have to do to get a seat there.
It's that crowded?
I mean, there's so many cafes in LA, and, but this one is pretty popular.
Everyone's catching on. They're catching on to how great it is.
Exactly. It's great coffee for those coffee snobs like moi, and who drink real coffee.
Dina,
And
you must learn to share. You must learn to share.
I mean, I don't mind sharing. It's other people, they get that look on their face. I mean, it's all right. No, people are nice, but yeah, it still feels so awkward, you don't know the person, and
right.
But
I can actually relate to this. A few weeks ago, I went to a concert, Barry Manilow concert, so I was like the youngest person in the entire place. But beforehand, went to dinner, and there was no place to sit. So I'm going up to this elderly couple, and I'm like, "Can I sit with you? I want to eat my food." And it was probably the most awkward thing in the world. But they turned out to be super nice, and they were Fanalos, so I made friends for life.
Aw, I'm sure anybody would let you sit with them.
You'd be surprised. I'm loud.
You're gorgeous. You're loud. You're allowed to be loud.
Oh, back on you, because you're the important one here.
Damn it.
We're going to have to do interviews with her more often. She's so sweet. She's making my head big.
Okay, Dina, so if you are anything like us, free time doesn't happen very often. But when it does, how do you spend yours?
Oh, wait. What is that?
You're like, free time, what is that?
Going to the doctor's for a doctor appointment.
Right, that's when you schedule stuff.
Sounds about right.
I get it.
I usually, honestly, I pick those times to hang out with friends, because being a writer, you're in the chair by yourself. Well, I mean, your characters are with you. Those don't count, right? Those aren't real friends.
No, they're about the only friends I have, so they better be real.
Right.
Yes, they're real in my mind. Okay,
they're
talking to me right now, and they're demanding my attention, but I'm like, no. Go away. The real friends, like the skin, flesh, and bones friends, those are the ones that I try to spend time with. Like, I'll either, go out to dinner. Ramen is really big in Los Angeles right now. I don't know if it's taken the world by storm, but it's taking Los Angeles by storm. And I have my favorite little ramen place, and one of my friends, will just go out, or of course the movies. I'm in Hollywood. I'm obsessed with movies. I love movies. So it's either ramen or movies or both. or cafe. It's, you know, that's pretty much it. Coffee, ramen, and movies.
Nice.
That sounds healthy, right?
It does.
Okay, good.
I'm sorry. I'm having makeup difficulties. That's why I'm over here like my face. Like, ugh. Oh my gravy. Okay, Dina.
Yes.
You've mentioned once or twice that you live in Hollywood. You're in Los Angeles, and naturally that means in my head that you're living next to some really hot celebrities, and you know, life is great. What's the latest Hollywood gossip?
Like, I tell us that you'd have to kill us.
Right, I'll have to kill you. You know, I honestly, I don't know if there's any. I'm trying to think if there's any Hollywood gossip. The only thing I've seen, my mom and sister ask me this all the time. Like,
really?
Sometimes, like, you know, they'll hear stuff about celebrities, and then they'll be like, "Well, what are you guys hearing?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm not in there. Well, and I'm in some living rooms, but no, I mean, not the really big ones, not the ones you want to hear about." That's so funny.
I'll take whatever you have. It makes me feel a little bit better about myself.
So awful. The only thing I've been hearing about, and I think because I've been just from online, is the whole Tom Cruise, and I don't know if I saw this headline on a rag in the grocery store. Tom Cruise and John Travolta in Scientology, you know, that whole Scientology thing. Well, there's a movie coming out that's supposed to be, you know, exposing one of umpteen movies exposing Scientology, and you know, but what I read was that I didn't know this, that John Travolta had tried to get out, which that is like, to me, that's news. I'm like, well, you know. Gossip
out of the movie, out of
Scientology.
Wow.
Because he's like one of the poster childs between him and Tom Cruise. I mean, that's like the power team for Scientology. But yeah.
Okay, are you ready for a lightning round?
Lightning round!
I don't think it's like we get insiders in LA, you know. I mean, it's cool, you know, when you go out, like at my cafe, my special cafe that I won't tell you the name of, we get celebrity sightings.
We are in Ohio. We are not going to take your cafe. He's worried about our thousands of viewers watching and stealing her cafe.
Right.
You never know. Look, my friends might see this. I don't want to, you know. But
she doesn't want friends to know.
She's like, they're friends, but they're not that good of friends.
I saw Norman Reedus of The Walking Dead. Whoa! Hold up. Hold your panties. Hold them up.
My mom would have lost her mind. She's obsessed with him. Sorry, go ahead.
I am obsessed too. I just got
really excited for my mom. Sorry.
I'm a huge Walking Dead fan. This was months ago. Like, this was like last year, like late last year. I saw him at the cafe. It was late. It was like close to when they were closing, and he was outside on the patio. Oh,
what'd you do?
No idea. You can't look.
Yes, you can.
This is LA. This is Hollywood culture. You cannot freak out. You will see these people. At that cafe, I've seen a few celebrities, and they just walk in and they get their coffee. You can't be freaking out and like, oh my God, and this and that. You just can't. I feel like it's a collective knowledge that when when we see celebrities, they're normal people. But let me tell you something. That was really difficult. Because I was like, oh my God, that's Daryl. No, I'm kidding. It's Norman Reedus. But I was like, oh, I just want to go over there and like and totally geek out on him. But yeah, I controlled myself. I kept it all inside. I got myself a good look. I was like, oh my God. And then I slowly backed away.
God bless you.
See, I don't think I could do that. I would be the freak out type.
Lashell, I need you to focus on me. I need you to focus on me right now because this is all for you, babe, okay? This is just us. No one else
yes.
can hear us. Dina's not there. We have no viewers. This is just us.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Get rid of the husband. I'll leave everything behind. We'll move to Hollywood, where all the celebrities are. And we will start hosting. Hi, Gary. Hi, Hi, Gare Bear. Hi. I got nothing. See, I knew he was mad at me. Listen. And we'll start hosting book chat from LA, and we'll just make it book chat with Tracie, Lashell, and Dina, and whichever hot celebrity we happen to kidnap that day or run into that day.
That's good. Clean it up. Yeah.
That would be so fun.
All right, Dina, let's get into lightning round.
Okay.
Lashell, I'm going to let you take this over because you have some weird stuff happening, and I don't think I could pronounce some of these names, so go for it. No? No? Did we lose each other for a second? What just happened?
We did for a second.
It'll be my luck that it froze with me, like... All right. Lightning round time. Lashell, you take over.
Okay. Lightning round. You ready?
Yes.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Cake or pie?
Cake. Cupcake. Is that a brand? No.
That works. Chocolate or vanilla?
Vanilla.
Beach or mountains?
Ooh. Oh, beach or mountains? Beach.
No, woman, come on.
Good choice.
There's bugs in the mountain. I can't do that. No.
There are bugs in Ohio. I'm used to it.
Oh, no.
Rock or hip hop?
I have mostly hip hop, but I don't know. There's something about rock that I do love. Probably hip hop, honestly. Probably hip hop.
Okay, I think I know the answer to this next one.
No, wait. Before you answer this next one, there's only one right answer. Okay.
Okay. I hope I get it.
You won't. Believe me.
You ready?
Go.
Okay,
Charlie Hunnam or Idris Elba?
The first thing that came to mind was sandwich. I mean,
I love you. Will you marry me? Like that was the answer.
that would blow my mind. Like explosion out of my ear. Oh.
Oh my gosh.
I do have a soft spot in my heart for Mr. Charlie.
Ryan.
I'll tell you, I did have a celebrity sighting. It was kind of embarrassing. I did the whole fan geeky thing because it was Charlie Hunnam.
Right.
You know, in LA, you know, like people know, everybody knows that, you know, Charlie rides around in his motorcycle. No one's going to see this, right?
No, it's just the three of us.
He's probably sitting at home watching this right now, and he's like, who's this hot chick in LA? I have to go find her.
After what I did, no, I'm kidding. Yeah, so I was coming out of a movie, and, you know, I won't say where, but he works out there.
In the movie theater?
I didn't know, but all I know is I was coming out of the parking structure, and I'm such a fan. Like, you don't understand. Like, I'm such a fan. Like, I would listen every time I hear a motorcycle engine. I turn and look to see, you know, because everybody knows Charlie Hunnam rides around on his motorcycle. I heard the engine, and I looked, and it was the guy ahead of me. And I swear, I was like, oh my God, that's him. I couldn't believe it. So I thought to myself, I know when I come out of the parking structure, I go this way, there's a light shortly after that. And I thought to myself, if he stops at that light, if that light happens to be red, he stops and I have to stop, I have to roll down the window and do the deed. Well, my window was already rolled down, but I was like, I got to do the deed.
Oh my God.
Sure enough. I get to the stoplight, it stopped, and it's red. And I was like, oh my God. He was like right there. So I was like, I did. I turned around and I was like, I called his name.
You're like,
People
oh,
feel like I was crazy. Like, is this going to be some psycho fan? And I just go,
it sure is.
this is so embarrassing. I go, I think I can't remember right now. I remember back then, but I was like, oh my God. I said, I love the show. I said, I really like what you're doing on the show. And then he softened and he was like, oh, thanks. And I said, it's too bad it's going off. This was like right before, obviously the season finale or whatever, during the season. I was like, it's too bad it's ending. And he was like, yeah. And he, and gave me a nice little look, and then the light turned green, and it was like done, and we split off in different directions.
Wait, time out.
That was an awesome story.
That is how every good romance story begins. So
right? That's the meet cute.
That is the meet cute. So you guys are destined to be together based on your meeting alone.
Look, if Charlie is watching this,
hi Charlie.
There you go. There's the message. It's out in the universe. You're meant to be my husband. So now you know.
For all you know, he sits at home every night thinking, God, I wish I knew how to get a hold of that girl. But
right.
Oh my God.
That girl at the light.
You guys are crazy.
No,
that's
we're not.
kind of our claim to fame.
Never happens.
Yeah, we're not arguing that at all.
And,
never argue that.
That's the premise for a great story, though, right?
Isn't it? You should write it.
There you go. You should write it.
Who knows? Maybe I am writing it.
Oh, maybe that didn't even happen, and she's just trying to find out if we like to meet cute for her next story.
Right.
Yeah, I knew it. All right, guys, so I guess it's time to wrap up everything. So, Dina, do you have anything that you would like to plug? Anything you have coming out, or anything that your social media links, or how can we find you, blah, 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 and all that jazz?
Blah, 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 yes. That jazz.
I just released the third book in my paranormal series. The series is called the Leopoards Unleashed Series. The third book...
And it's awesome, you guys.
Oh, thank you. And the third book is called Wereleper. But the first book, Wereleper, is free on Amazon, so get it while you can. I'm also doing a promo. If you sign up for my newsletter at dinahaynes.com, that's on my name title down below. If you go there and sign up on my newsletter, I will send you the second book for free.
Ooh.
So that way, the whole series, you only have to buy one book. So I'm putting it out there.
That is a sweet deal.
That sale is only going on until the end of May.
You only have till the end of May, guys. That's it.
That's it, to get the second book free. So do it.
Lashell, wait, actually, Dina, where can we find you? Can we find you on Twitter, on Facebook? What do you have for us?
You can find me on Twitter at Dina Hey Now.
Dina Hey Now.
Dina Hey Now. For all you Howard Stern lovers, yes. And then you can also find me on Facebook, Dina Haynes Author. I have my page up there, so come visit me there. And again, on the website, my website, dinahaynes.com. And yeah, I tend to like to hang out on Facebook, so.
All right, very cool. Lashell, over to you. Do you have anything that you would like to chit-chat about real quick?
Yeah, I've got a lot going on, guys. I've got Elementals, which is a paranormal fantasy anthology with 3 other authors. Yes, Dina is one of them.
Yes.
And also Leopoards.
It's 99 cents on pre-order sale. Right now, because it comes out May 14th?
May 14th, yep.
So get it for 99 cents now.
Ann L. Parks and Annie Rose Welch are the other 2 authors in there with us. I've also got book 3 in my Lunar Falls trilogy releasing finally May 1st. It's coming out.
I cannot wait. I'm so freaking excited.
That's called Redemption of Lunar Falls.
That's because Lashell is a writing demon. Yes, she is. She writes in her sleep. That's her secret.
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
I'm not even going to try to deny that.
I have
that way sometimes.
I have dreams about Lashell's male leads. I'm not even kidding. Like,
oh, yes. Very hot alphas.
Yeah, they are. And how can you not dream about them?
Okay, real quick, I've also got a Lunar Falls novella called Exile that's going to be coming out in a box set with other shifter romance authors.
Wow.
That's going to happen on April 28th, and the box set is called Alphas on the Prowl.
Okay,
and it's
so
got, yeah.
So this, I want to ask about this because as a reader of your
Okay.
series, it's kind of important to know, is this something that we have to read in order of something? So do we need to read book 1 or 2 first before we read
No,
this one?
I don't. I hope not. I'm trying to write it in a way that that's not. Hopefully, you're going to read it and it's going to make you want to go back and read the series. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that
Yes.
makes perfect sense. Is Joe in it?
No.
Well, then I'm gonna have to.
Joe is not in it. I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna have to make sure I don't read that one then. Okay. All right. Okay. So my news is pretty simple. I have A Little Beyond Hope, which is the first. I guess I don't want to. It picks up right after the Just a Little series ends. So A Little Beyond Hope comes out on Tuesday. Let's not freak out about that or anything. I'm freaking out.
Yes.
I had 2 seconds ago, I had our schedule, Lashell, I'm sorry, pulled up for book chat for the next few months, and I've lost it. There it is. All right, guys. So on Friday, April 24th, we are talking Scrivener. Is that still on? We sound good? Scrivener sounds good? All right.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. Everyone could use a little new information about Scrivener.
Yeah,
I don't know if we've got any new information, but
well, we use it enough. I think we use it enough that we can shed some light on it, especially for those writers who are not using it. It's totally worth it, and so if you guys want to listen.
And one thing I've learned about Scrivener is that everybody uses it differently.
And I love that.
Really neat.
I totally love that, and it's one of the things I keep saying totally. That's my word this month for some reason. I totally love it. At least I haven't thrown totes at you guys yet. I've been going totes. Okay. So Friday, May 29th. Wow. We're going to be talking with J.C. Hannigan. I absolutely love her books, and you guys, you're going to love. We're going to inflate her ego a little bit, and you guys are going to love her. And then on Friday, June 26th, Lashell didn't actually approve this idea, but since she didn't approve it and I wrote it on the schedule, it's happening. So
I did approve it. I saw it.
But you never responded to my email.
I thought I did. I'm sorry.
You may have, and I just didn't check. So on Friday, June 26th, we are going to be talking about conferences and book signings, which is really important to happen in that month for us because going into July, we will be at Romance Writers of America in New York City. But prior to that, we are going to be having our first book signing together in Dayton. And I think it's really smart for us to talk book signings and conferences, kind of push those things together. And I don't know, I'm out of words now. But anyway, so if you guys want to say your goodbyes, I need to stop talking because I'm just at this point.
Dina, thank you so much for joining us and for putting up with our craziness for an hour. We love you.
I love it. The crazy was mutual. I love you too. This was a blast. It was so much fun.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I look forward to seeing your future posts too, because I could use some notes on Scrivener. I'll probably really be on that one.
Awesome.
Okay, before we go, would you like to do the achy breaky dance for us?
Oh my God.
I don't know now. I don't know the achy breaky dance.
She doesn't know it. Ramon does.
Ramon is another story, and honestly, I think we need to do an intervention on him because that's embarrassing.
Oh man. Okay. So Dina, it was really great having you tonight, and Lashell, it was lovely having you as always.
Always.
All right, guys. So long, and we will talk soon.
Thanks.